As the conflict between Israel and Iran intensifies, President Donald Trump has ordered that the United States' already powerful military forces in the Gulf region be reinforced. A second aircraft carrier strike group is in the Indian Ocean on its way to join the Carl Vinson strike group already in the Arabian Sea. These powerful fleets have enormous firepower. Each carrier carries up to 70 fighter jets, while the accompanying protective screen of warships each have their own complement of missiles that can destroy targets hundreds of kilometers inland. The US Fifth Fleet, which operates out of Bahrain, has been dispersed as a prelude to any potential conflict, and that's just the beginning. The US air assets already in place in the Gulf are huge. 5 expeditionary air wings are based in Kuwait, the UAE, and Qatar, with 2 in Saudi Arabia. They include squadrons of advanced F-16 fighters, long-range F-15s, and F-35 stealth jets. The Expeditionary Air Wing based at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar has no offensive aircraft of its own, but helps extensively with gathering intelligence and with air-to-air refueling. These wings are being reinforced by additional squadrons of F-35s and also F-22s, currently the world's most effective stealth fighter with only 160 in operation. And a fleet of refueling tankers is on its way, being pre-positioned at bases around Europe. Very useful if additional aircraft are sent from the United States to the Middle East. There's been much discussion about what would happen if the United States does enter the conflict between Israel and Iran. Massive bunker buster bombs like the GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator would likely be used against Iran's underground installations that Israel doesn't have the weapons to destroy. Weighing in at 13.6 tons, the GBU-57 is the largest conventional munitions the US has. Able to penetrate up to 60 meters of concrete, it's then designed to then detonate and create a shockwave that will collapse any structure nearby. Only the B-2 stealth bomber is equipped to carry it. A recent modification means it can carry 2 at a time. But if Iranian sites like the Fordo nuclear fuel enrichment plant are buried under hundreds of meters of rock and concrete, the installation could likely survive even these kinds of strikes. Previous US administrations had discussed the idea that teams of special forces entering the site would be more efficient at destroying it, blowing up the installation from within. The conflict has raged for days now, as Israeli jets have pummeled targets within Iran, and Iranian missiles have rained down on Tel Aviv, Haifa, and elsewhere. Some missiles being intercepted, others able to avoid Israeli defenses and destroy targets on the ground. And in the middle of all this, the United States is adding substantial military reinforcements with the potential for this conflict to spread.
The Khondab heavy water reactor, formerly known as the Iraq nuclear facility, is located about 250 kilometers southwest of the capital, Tehran. It is a complex that is home to a reactor that produces heavy water. And heavy water is used for a number of things, including cooling a nuclear reactor as well as generating electricity. Construction on this facility was halted in 2015 after Iran reached an agreement with the world powers and signed the nuclear deal known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. This facility that has come under attack by the Israeli military was not operational, and according to Iranian state television, the damage was minor and there were no reports of any radioactive material in and around this facility since it has been offline since 2015. Now, the Iranians have said that they were working on bringing it back online, and they were hoping that would happen by 2026. Heavy water reactors pose a proliferation threat because what comes from the heavy water reactors, a byproduct is plutonium that is also a component that can be used to build a nuclear weapon. But Iran has said that they are not interested in having a nuclear weapon, and that is something that has been verified by the International Atomic Energy Agency. But the threat was there, and that is the excuse that the Israelis have used to attack this facility.
Guys, at this point, we all have got to just pray so that this thing doesn't escalate. Number one, as you can see, the United States of America, they are set for action. First, let me say this. You see the Iron Dome of Israel, right? That they used to intercept missiles. I learned that one cost over $200 million. Okay? So far, so good. Iran has fired between 300 to 400 missiles to Israel. Now, Israel Iron Dome has succeeded in intercepting not less than 90%. At least out of that missile, about 20 has succeeded in dropping in Israel. You understand? Okay. As I speak to you, as right now, for the first time in the history of Israel, airport has shut down, closed for the first time. As you can see from the action, Donald Trump, they are ready. Now, according to the Prime Minister of Israel, their aim before was not a regime change in Iran. No. Their aim was to stop their production of nuclear weapons. You understand? Because Iran cannot be trusted for any reason. Any reason. They can't. That's the truth. Before we add sentiment to this, let's please follow the antecedent. You remember their top military official who was also a terrorist, okay? Head of terrorist group. Around 2019 or early 2020, that America drone, right, took down. He was threatening Donald Trump. They took him down. Okay, you also remember most of the terrorist organization, Iran is sponsoring them. That activist from Syria, I posted the video here. She exposed it recently as well. We all know. So this guy, a government that is sponsoring openly, sponsoring terrorists, even recently we were threatening they will take down Donald Trump. What president, number one president in the world? Come on now. Let's put sentiment aside. So, like I said, so what Israel Iron Dome has succeeded in intercepting 90%. So at least 20 has dropped. So as I speak to you today, as you can see from the videos and the rest, both Israel is doing their work already. You understand? Israel has really carried out a lot so much onslaught on Iran. Let me shock you guys what you don't know. Are you aware that it's Israel that trained Iran's military? Are you aware? I'll do a video on that later. Okay, so now Israel had the full backing, because if Israel, with the Amoury display you see of US, if they combat Iran, I can assure you in just few days, Iran will go down. Their target will be met in few days. They will go down. You understand what I'm saying now? Because it's not obvious now that China and Russia want to go to fight with US. I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Because when Russia fight and this person and Ukraine came, there was no time Donald Trump was in support. He said, Putin is my friend. If I was there, it would have not happened. You understand? When he came up, we saw what he did. And Putin would thank Donald Trump. So Putin's hands are tied. There's no way he can give his full backing to Iran. No. He's a good friend to Trump. One. Number two is also number two. I'm going to show you a video to watch after now. Also, Trump also intervened. He never supported, even when he became a president again, he never supported president of Ukraine. Because of Russia, he lambasted him. You understand? So, if you were to be in the shoe of Putin, all you do, a person who has been my friend, when the war started, he did his support. Now he came, we are good friends. But the person I'm fighting is fighting against that one. Will you go and fight such a person? Putin is a very wise man. That is why I like Putin. Putin is wise. It's better one wise man who is serving for a long time. Let's just be there and have Agbaya like the ones who are coming to use 8 years to loot the treasury dry. You understand what I'm saying? So Putin is a wise man. Then on the side of China, if Russia is not giving their support, what makes you feel China will give their support? I don't think so. because they're trying to channel their building. You understand? They want to fight war, to fight good war that is worth it. You understand? You get my point? Because they are tariffs, trade, whatever. No, I don't think China will do that. I honestly don't think so. So that is why you see China and Russia, right? They are trying to advocate, solicit for peace, like every other part of the world is doing. They are soliciting for peace. Okay, US is positioning everything around Iran now, how to strike. Which was Russia done? Which was, did you see any positioning of their Amoury, that of China or Russia, anywhere to combat? No, to resist. You are not saying that. You get what I'm saying? So, that of the world was like that. Maybe some other smaller country, not this big country, may want to shoot their head. Those are the fear, not the catch them, like that. Anyway, take a listen at Russia's President Putin's response when asked his next action. He didn't comment, you understand? Because his hands are tied. Just take a look at this last video. Please, let me like this video, please share. Okay, let's also others can see it.
Если завтра Израиль с помощью США или без помощи США просто убивает Хаминеи, какая будет ваша реакция и реакция России?
Я надеюсь, что это будет самым правильным ответом на ваш вопрос. Я даже обсуждать такой возможности не желаю. Не хочу.
Самый одновременно, откровенно это обсуждать. Господин Трамп, господин Нетаньяху.